Well, folks, I bet you can guess by my hat what today's show is going to be all about. Once again, we are going to be visiting the communities in our area to find out what's going on for Christmas. Hi, welcome to Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes. This year, we're going to actually be adding Everson to our lineup. So we're going to be going to Everson, Scottdale, Mount Pleasant, and Connellsville and getting a list of all of the activities they have going on for the upcoming holidays. So you are definitely going to want to go and get a piece of paper and a pencil to write down the dates and the times, because I know you're not going to want to miss anything. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, for our first stop on our holiday train, we're actually here in the community of Everson, who is a new stop on our holiday train. And welcome, Mikey. He's going to tell us all about the events here.
Well, yeah, I hope I don't forget anything, okay? Actually, Marilyn, Christmas, not to sound corny or anything, but Christmas is really the most wonderful time of the year in our little town. And it starts with our Christmas lights. They don't look like much during the day, but I'll tell you what, you drive through Main Street at night under a canopy of red and green stars and streamers. It's truly magical. And that's just not my opinion. You know, we've heard that from people, from strangers that call us and say, where did you get those lights? Well, just a little bit of history real quick. We got the lights in 1960.
Oh,
We've
wow.
used them since 1960, and you know, we purchased the lights from
I was going to say,
Scottdale.
weren't they cast off?
They
Okay. Oh, gosh.
were cast off from across the bridge, and we've babied them, and they've served us well, and hopefully they'll serve us well for another 50, 100 years.
Well, I've said many times in the past, driving through Everson at Christmas is one of my favorite things, because the lights, they're so nostalgic, the stars,
Yes.
it's just awesome, and it looks great. And it's a fun thing to do.
It is. It really, really is. And but as far as Christmas itself, we kick off the Christmas season here in town. This year it'll be on Friday, November 24th,
Oh, okay.
the day after Thanksgiving, at 6 o'clock in the evening. Definitely not the morning. And
all shoppers.
oh my gosh, it'll be right here at the fire hall. And we kick it off with the lighting of our community Christmas tree and our other holiday displays. And then we have what we like to call our nightlight parade.
Oh, okay.
Wait till this truck goes through. Oh my gosh, standing on a corner, yeah. And it's really cool. Under the red and green, you know, led by our police department, various fire departments in the area, the Southmoreland Marching Band, the various scout troops in Everson. Usually we have the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, and the Girl Scouts, and other organizations. And I understand this year we may even have some horses.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, we couldn't get the reindeer, so what can I say?
They're getting ready for Christmas.
Yep.
They're getting all geared up.
And the big thing is to lead Santa into town.
Okay.
And this year, Santa should have Mrs. Claus with him, unless she's busy baking cookies. You never know.
It's a busy time.
It is. But the parade will start at the southern end of town and come down Brown Street, and it'll end right here at the fire hall. Oh, this traffic just drives me crazy, I'll tell you. Okay. And then, once Santa gets here, everyone will be invited into the fire hall, where there will be cookies and hot and cold drinks, and all the kids will have a chance to visit with Santa and receive a treat bag.
Oh, there you go.
Now, all this is courtesy of the Everson Civic Organization, which is a group of about 10 to 12 individuals that they maintain the lights, they finance the lights, they finance the Christmas celebration, and they do this all with donations, and they do it with fundraisers. For the festivities on the 24th, it's also sponsored by our Everson Fire Company.
Okay.
You know, they purchase the treats or the dinner, whatever you want to call it, for the band and some of the other organizations to participate. and they open their hall for us, and we have caroling, and it is just an old-fashioned celebration, and we invite everyone to come to Everson on the 24th. Bring your kids, let them see Santa, and it'll just be a great way to start off the holiday season.
Wonderful, thank you. And if you can't make it on the 24th, please make a point of at least coming and driving through the
Right.
community one evening.
Right.
You will not be disappointed, especially for you. I don't want to say older, seasoned folks. It's a
Well,
little bit of a step
yeah.
back in time. It's a
It
fun,
is.
nostalgic sight to see these lights. It's
It-
awesome.
It is, and the big thing is, with the curve of our main street, you can start at either end, and it's like you get to the curve, and then it just continues. It's unbelievable.
It's a
It
sight
really
to
is.
see.
It is. It is, and it's even better since we converted to LED lights.
do that. That's right.
Oh my gosh, they're so much brighter and crisper, and do it
And
on
merrier.
merrier. Ho ho ho! I liked your hat.
Oh gosh, thank you.
All right.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, our second stop on our holiday train is Mount Pleasant. And we are here once again with Jeff Landy, the borough manager, who's going to tell us all of the borough events that are going to be happening for the holiday season. Thanks for being with us, Jeff.
Thank you, Marilyn. I can feel the chill in the air here today, don't you?
Yes. It is cold. It's actually cold outside. And I didn't want to film outside because it's cold. But anyways, so what's happening in the borough of Mount Pleasant for the holidays?
Well, our holidays are really a special time for us. I mean, I think everybody in Mount Pleasant enjoys the holidays, and it starts off. It really kicks off with the nativity scene gets put up, and I believe the nativity scene is they light that the day after. Well, I think it's the 26th.
The 26th. Yes,
Yes.
the 26th, and that starts at caroling starts at 5:30, and then they're going to start the program itself at 6.
Yeah, and then I think Santa Claus will come over to the gazebo, and there'll be hot chocolate and cookies for everybody, and so it's just a nice festive day. But actually, the Saturday before that, that whole weekend, I believe, is the BDA has their cookie tour,
Right, that's correct.
and the cookie tour is an event that's tied into Shop Local, and I believe you can go to the gazebo, get a map, and go around to the stores, get some sampling of cookies at different stores, and then you check off the map, and you can win prizes.
Right. $100 actually if you go to all of the locations that are on the cookie tour and get your cookie, and then get your little card validated. You have a chance to win $100. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is, and it's an exciting time for, that whole weekend.
But actually, the morning starts off with breakfast with Santa that they're going to be having at the senior center. I think that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning that same Saturday, and that is reservation only. You have to call the BDA at 724-547-0660. Right? I don't have my glasses on. 0660.
It's a little fogged up outside here.
But also, too, there's also going to be Christmas at the Cabin going on that Saturday as well. We don't have the times on that, but just pop over. They're going to have fire, and they're going to have marshmallows and hot dogs, and that's always a fun event. They're actually having that twice this year, but I'm jumping ahead. So what else
We
is
have a
happening?
lot of duplicates this year.
Yeah,
we have Santa's coming many times. And
He loves Mount
Christmas
Pleasant.
at the cabin many times.
So what else then do we have going on?
Well, then we follow up with our parade. And the parade, we used to have a schedule during the day on the weekend, but we moved it to the weekday, which will be Wednesday night, the 29th. And we just think it kind of works better with all the Christmas lights, and we do the contest with the floats, and we give prize money, and we have judging for the floats.
And what time does that begin?
The parade starts at 7,
Okay.
and as normal, parades start at the upper end of town, and they go down, and they'll end around the village and Maricones area. But it's a great Christmas night, and like I said, all the floats are lit up, and once that's done, we will come to the, I call it the sparkling tree, but it's the big tree we built at Veterans Park, and we light that night along with all the wreaths in town. And then we'll go over to the gazebo. We'll have Santa again, as he comes back again. I think he's going to stay the night at the Holiday Inn Express. I think.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think
They
he
have
stays.
regular accommodations there as well.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. So we're going to have him again, and we're going to have the cookies and hot chocolate again, and we're going to have Christmas at the cabin again. But we're also going to do some vendors. I have some vendors scheduled to be at the gazebo area where Santa's going to be. And we may actually, if it's nice, we might even put Santa by the Christmas tree.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a good photo op time.
Mhm.
But then we're going to have, if weather permitting, we're going to have hay wagon rides
Oh.
by the Mennonite
Oh,
camp.
that'd be neat. Okay.
Yeah, we had them last year,
Okay.
and it was very popular. And they circle around and they go to the cabin.
Okay.
And they could drop you off at the cabin for some more Christmas at the cabins, and that's going to be a big night. And we try to have all as much as we can going on that night.
Okay.
And the vendors will be there again too. So while your child may be standing in line for Santa, you can scurry over to see
shop.
some of the crafts. Yeah.
And then we also have one more event, correct? The candlelight?
Yeah. We started a candlelight ceremony several years ago because we looked at all the events we do, and it is the typical Christmas events with Santas and all that thing. But I thought we were missing maybe another side of Christmas, which was I call it the true meaning of Christmas. And I look at the idea of the candlelight, and so we do a candlelight procession, and we're doing that on December 3rd. We're going to meet at the Central Fire Station, which, by the way, Marilyn, is at that end of town. So it's where it always has been. So we're going to be up there, and we're going to march down with candlelights and in song. And we're going to arrive at the gazebo, and we'll have some celebrity narrators this year. And you'll be able to hear some stories about Christmas that may be some of the traditional stories that you may not know about, like the history maybe of the Christmas tree or the history of the Christmas candle. A lot of them are nationality type traditions. So we have that with some songs. We have the Mount Pleasant Choir coming. And I look for that to be growing again as we have the last several years. More and more people hear about it and come to it. And that kind of wraps up the season for us.
I do want to say, though, I'm really excited because this year our holiday show is a little bit earlier, so we are actually able to plug the Festival of Lights, which is a first because we've always had our show a little bit later. That is an event that is sponsored by the DAR,
Yes.
the folks of the DAR, and it is held at the DAR house, which is at the corner of Walnut and Church Street here in Mount Pleasant. It's a beautiful mansion, and you can actually walk through. There's all kinds of different decorated Christmas trees that are put together by businesses and individuals. Most of them are for sale, and then they also have a large Chinese auction also going on the third floor. But just walking around the mansion itself is awesome. And the dates for that are November 25th and 26th from 1:30 to 9, November 30th from 7 to 9, then December 1st and 2nd from 1:30 to 9, and Sunday then from noon to 4. And admission is $5, and kids under 12 are free. And all of the proceeds then go to the DAR.
And it's been a long tradition.
This is a long time tradition.
30-some years, I believe.
I know it's been a long time. And this is one I know people come from all over the area to see, so it's pretty awesome. So thank you. There's lots going on in Mount Pleasant.
Well, there's one more thing. We are going to decorate the gazebo a little differently this year.
Okay.
I just thought maybe it's time to change it up a little bit. I know a lot of people decorate their gazebos, and we all decorate them the same. This year, I think Mount Pleasant's going to do a little different. So I think it'll be fun to see it if you ever want to come up and look at maybe something a little different when you're doing the tours. And by the way, the Historical Society does a holiday house tour sometime during the season. So there is a lot of things going on in Mount Pleasant, like all the other communities.
That's right. Lots of things to do and see here in Mount Pleasant, and we hope you folks have a chance sometime during the holiday season to come and visit the town and maybe take part in one, if not more, of the fun events going on here in town.
Yeah. Ooh, it's kind of cold outside.
Stop it. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks.
Okay, stop number 3 on our holiday train this year is in Scottdale. And Dave Martis, who is president of the Chamber of Commerce, is going to tell us some of the events that are going on in the community of Scottdale. David, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay,
I made
what's
some
happening?
I made some cheat sheets because there's a
Okay,
lot of
that's
stuff
it.
going on in
That's okay.
Scottdale.
Okay.
So we're going to start with our Winter Light Celebration, which is sponsored by the Scottdale Area Chamber of Commerce, and it's taking place on Saturday, December 2nd from 5 to 7. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive at the gazebo, escorted by the Scottdale Fire Department and the Southmoreland Marching Band. Santa will have gifts for the children, and the Chamber will be providing games with prizes for the children to win, such as lollipop. You pick a lollipop, and they're color coded. Depends on what prize you get. And we have a snowball toss and reindeer games. So we have a lot of activities for the kids that night.
Bring your reindeer.
If you have one.
You said
Sure.
reindeer games.
Yeah, if you have one. Fox's Pizza will once again provide their famous chili, and the chamber will have hot chocolate and hot dogs with sauerkraut that will all be available for purchase. At this time, we have some generous sponsors helping us with the festivities, including Standard Bank, Quest Coach, Durloy Technologies, the Scottsdale Bank and Trust, Westmore Insurance, and Erie Insurance. And we greatly appreciate these local chamber members for their support. The Southmoreland Middle School Choir will be on hand to sing Christmas carols, and the Make a Difference Club will be here to help us with the games and face painting.
That's the group from the Y, right?
That is the group.
Make a Difference?
I think it's a group from the Y and the school affiliated. I
Okay,
think they're both, yeah. So the Scottsdale Historical Society will have their annual Christmas tour on that afternoon of December 2nd from 2 to 6, starting with the Laux Homestead, which will be decorated by Miss Martha's Floral. There will be a display of Christmas villages and a display of vintage Christmas candles. So I'm anxious to see both of those. There will be a children's art contest displayed in the Spring House.
I think they're also going to have some crafts and stuff
They
then as
are
well
having
for the
some
kids.
crafts, yes, they're
So
having some
something nice for the
crafts
kids
on
to
the
do.
lower level for the kids, and there's a craft show in the lower level of the distillery that day, that afternoon.
okay,
Yeah,
out
so
at West
they're having
Overton.
some local vendors
Oh.
coming in there.
Cool. And also, too, I just wanted to say real quick, that's a really nice tour. They had 8 stops this year, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
And they're from all over the
a lot of
area.
houses on there.
Tickets are $15 or 2 for $25, and you can get them at Collections by Marty's or any of the Historical Society members.
Yeah, that always promises a great afternoon. The house tour, I've been on the house tour, and it's always very nice. But they do have a lot of houses this year,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to seeing that. The Walk of Trees will be held at Woodcrest Senior Living on December 16th, starting at 5:30, which is open to the public, and they will be serving refreshments. There will be approximately 50 trees that you can vote on with a 50-50 donation, and all the proceeds from the donation of the 50-50 drawing this year will go to the Salvation Army.
Oh, okay.
So that's very nice. And I also just wanted to mention the night of the Winter Light Celebration, there is a craft show being held at the Elks basement too with some vendors, local vendors. And we also have some nonprofit organizations coming in around the gazebo to do some activities with the children as well.
Oh, cool. All right. I wanted to back up too, during the house tour, which would be 2 to 6 on that December 2nd. If you happen to dine over at the newly opened Wishes restaurant, 10% of your bill will be donated to the Historical Society. So if you want to grab something to eat, in addition to all of the things that the chamber is going to be having to eat, that'd be awesome. And you'll also be supporting one of the local nonprofits here in town.
Exactly, yes.
And the Geyer Theater is having something the weekend of the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. David, what is it?
It's a Wonderful Life. My favorite Christmas movie. I love Jimmy Stewart, and it was Jimmy Stewart, yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, whoever it was, I love.
Bailey.
Yeah, George Bailey. Yeah, but that's a great movie. So I'm looking forward to seeing that play that they're putting on. And the Geyer's also on the tour this year as well, I believe.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, they're offering tours of the theater and the backstage area.
Oh, okay.
So that should be interesting because you don't often, when you go to see a play, you don't often get to see the backstage area. Well, of course, you have seen it many times, but the actual public don't get to see that. So that should be enjoyable as well.
And tickets for that show, just go to GeyerPack, that's GeyerPac.com. Tickets are $12.
Good.
Okay, what else we got going on? Anything?
Well, I'd just like to remind everybody about Small Business Saturday
that's right.
on November 25th, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So come out and support your local businesses. And I encourage everyone to come into town on December 2nd and spend the day here. Enjoy the tours and support the local businesses by starting your Christmas shopping. And don't forget Santa. Everybody of all ages loves Santa.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that's everything that's happening in Scottsdale.
Might not be everything, but it's pretty close.
Well, our final stop on our holiday train is here in Connellsville, and Mayor Greg Lincoln has graciously agreed to join us again for our holiday show. Thank you, Greg, for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I always have fun with hosting a show with you. And I always say that anytime we want to do a show, I'm going to definitely do it with you.
Okay.
And I
Thank
love
you.
doing this. Thank you for, once again, promoting all the fun, really great events we have going up over the Christmas season this year.
And You have a lot going on, correct?
yes, we do.
And look at these sheets he has here,
I do.
folks.
I have a lot of cheat
Okay,
sheets.
we ready? Okay, so what's happening in Connellsville?
Well, I will say is that November really is the start of our holiday season here. It's really the month that we give thanks. Next weekend, November 18th, the Connellsville Eagles is hosting I think it's the second annual community Thanksgiving dinner at their facility here in our downtown. It's open to everyone. The only thing they ask is you come and you dine in and you eat with them, break bread with them. But that is going to go from 1 to 4 next Saturday, the 18th. And they are accepting donations, monetary donations. You can donate to them to help cover the cost of this event. It is tax deductible if anybody would like to do that. The same day, which is great, you can probably have your turkey and then go to this Zumbathon. It's a Find the Cure for Cancer event at our Christian church here in our downtown. It's from 9 to 1. You can nominate, if you have anybody in your family or friend that's going through cancer now, for $10 you can nominate them. You don't have to give their full name, you can just give their first name, nominate a person, give a little bit of background information. At the end of this event, all the money that's raised that they from their vendors, from their auctions, they're going to pick a person out from that list and give them the money for whatever they need that they're going through now, that they can use it for the medical expenses or anything like that, which I think it's amazing. I really hope that the community comes out next Saturday and does this event for the Christian church, and they raise lots and lots of money for somebody that's battling cancer now. So I'm really excited for that event. On Sunday the 19th is the 90th annual. This is the 90th year they're going to actually have this Thanksgiving Festival of Choirs. Chris Mickey is actually
awesome.
he organizes all the music for the Catholic churches here in the community, so he's a big part of this event. It's actually sponsored by the Mozart Club of Connellsville, and if you don't know who the Mozart Club is, go to the Facebook and check them out. They're an amazing group of people. That is on Sunday the 19th. It starts at 6 p.m. It's at the Wesley United Church. I will tell you this, don't be late because there won't be any seats. I think the Wesley Church holds they hold like 400 people in there. It just really is an amazing thing to see all these different choirs from the community, because we are definitely the city of churches, and all these churches have choirs, and they come and they do all their awesome church music for the community. And it is a free event. I know they do like a goodwill collection. Like if you want to donate, they do have a little collection at the end to help cover some of the expenses and not. But that's really a fun, nice way to end the weekend next weekend on the 19th. So we get into Thanksgiving. This year will be the 17th year that the City Church and the other community churches here host a community Thanksgiving dinner at our Connellsville Senior Center. It is, I tell everyone, it's the best day of the whole year for the city and our community, because amazingly, it's supported. They make over 50 turkeys, all the fixings with the dinner. And last year they served over 800 meals to the community. The greatest thing is that you can come and eat, or you can call and you can have it delivered. And the city church, they get delivery. My family, that's one of the things I do with my kids. We deliver meals to the city residents, but they deliver all over the county. I even think they went into Westmoreland County last year. If there's someone shut in, someone that doesn't, if they don't have cable, if they don't get Facebook, or they don't do the newspaper, please give them the information about this, because this is something we want everybody to make sure they have a good Thanksgiving dinner. They are taking donations, still taking donations. Monetary donations go a long way for them to help buy all the to-go containers and the plates and the napkins and everything that goes on decorating the senior center. You can call 724-628-0700. Jessica there, she is awesome. She'll take all this down from you, and we would greatly appreciate the support of this event, because I try to do my best as much as I can to help get all the donations that come in, because this really is an unbelievable day. And the cool thing about it is that you can come down and have a dinner at the senior center, and they'll give you one to take home. I love that. And if you live by yourself and you want 4 dinners, they're going to give you 4 dinners for you to have to put in your refrigerator, so you have a meal. I just love that. We have so many people that are alone on the holidays, and it's a tough time for a lot of people during this time, and this Thanksgiving dinner is such a way to really bring community together for everybody to see and help, and I just love it. My kids love it. I love taking them around, and so they can really appreciate the things that they have in their life, and also teaching them how to give back to your community. So that's a really, I'm really a big fan of this dinner, and I just want to thank the City Church and everyone there for what they continue to do for Collinsville. November 25th is a big day for all of our business owners here in the community. It's actually Small Business Saturday. The Chamber of, yes, always please buy local, shop local, because you never realize how much the local businesses and business owners here support the community, and they give back so much. Believe me, I know. I hit them up all the time for donations, and believe me, and I rarely hear no. And they help everyone. So this is a really great way to give back to them and to show them your support of the local business, because they are the backbone of our community. That's November 25th. The Chamber of Commerce actually has a fun day set up that day. It's from 1 to 5. They'll have like a scavenger hunt. They give prizes away. And the cool thing at the end of that, at the end of the Small Business Saturday, is going to be the official light up night for the city of Collinsville. So the chamber is going to, about 5 o'clock, 5:10, they're going to light all the Christmas trees that they've, in the last few years, have refurbished and raised lots of money to have a light up night for the city. We're actually, the city, our Christmas tree this year, we're going to get from Mike Richter. He lives up in Indian Head. He has a beautiful Christmas tree ready to be cut down. We're going to get that next week, get it all set up, and we're going to invite the kids on the 25th to come down to City Hall and decorate the tree.
Okay, cool.
Hang out, and we're going to have probably hot chocolate and have, some goodies for the kids to snack on. And then after, when the light up happens, we're going to have the light turn on for the Christmas tree at the City Hall, and then we're going to hopefully do some Christmas caroling for a little bit, as weather permitting, of course. I'm hoping we everything we do here is by the weather, so hopefully the weather cooperates and it's not raining. We can handle snow, but rain is a deal breaker. So I'm looking forward to that day. Okay, and then
The big day.
the big day.
The big day. Drum roll.
The big day for it's a Collinsville Christmas is going to be on December 2nd this year. This event has really turned into an amazing community, citywide event where if you are not from Collinsville and you're looking for something to do, that is the weekend to come. We have events set up all over town. Their community center has their whole list of things we're going to go over. The library has something here. Our downtown group has something here. We even, it kicks off with Breakfast with Santa down at Murphy Hall. That's from 8 to 10. That has really turned into a fantastic breakfast with our Collinsville Christmas. It's $15 for adults and $10 for kids. Sign up early because they do sell out. It's amazing. They fill that whole place up, and those kids love it. They get their picture taken with Santa Claus. And what's so amazing about our Collinsville Christmas is that Santa Claus is actually from Collinsville. Everybody has all.
Not really, kids.
Everybody has actors that play Santa Claus, but our Santa Claus lives here. So it's fun to see when you go out, and his name's actually Chuck, and when you see Chuck out in the community during the year, it's fun when the kids see him because they said, there's Santa Claus. I said, yes, there he is. He's not in the Santa Claus costume, but it's, Chuck is an amazing Santa Claus for the city. Love him. And the cool thing is they get the picture taken with Santa Claus at the breakfast. And this year, another exciting addition to the Collinsville Christmas is they're moving the parade this year from the evening until 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited about that. It's going to be during the day. We're going to bring a lot more people in the town during all of the events that are going on. So our goal is to get people to come in, hang out, and go check out all the awesome vendor shows and everything we have to offer in the city from during the day. And if anybody would like to participate in the parade, because it's open to everyone. If you have a band, or if you have a float, or you just want to walk in the parade, call the Collinsville Chamber of Commerce. They'll sign you up. So after the parade, it will start on the west side. It'll come into our downtown. They're going to set up at Lions Square. You can come sit with Santa Claus, take a picture, get a treat bag from the Greater Chamber of Commerce. That's one of the things that they do every year is give out treat bags. So it's going to be a nice change where they're going to get it during the day and not in the evening time. So parents can hang out. There's a lot of wonderful activities going to be at the Lions Square. It's from 11 to 4. The chamber is going to do all kinds of things. It's called the Kids Creativity Center.
I know they do all kind of crafts.
It's going to be the Creativity
It's always
Center.
awesome.
There's actually going to be a live manger during our.
Are they doing that again?
I love
Oh,
it.
that's
It's from 10 until 2 that day. It's right beside the Collinsville Community Ministries. So that's something to come down to check out. It's a really fun time for the kids to see it. Last year, actually, the donkey decided to wanted to go for a run, and we were chasing a donkey down the street.
Are you serious?
So I was talking to them this year, and I said, let's hope that I really don't want to have to try to tackle a donkey before it gets onto Pittsburgh Street.
Maybe they'll chain him or rope him or.
Well, I think they're going to do a little
Hold
bit
on
better.
to him.
They're gonna do a little bit better, make sure that donkey doesn't get spooked or anything. So that was a little bit of an exciting time at Connellsville Christmas last year. As the donkey loose in the city. So some of the Christmas markets that'll be here in the city on December 2nd, the Fit Fan Studio, which is on North Pittsburgh Street, they're having a whole gamut of vendors up in their studio, and that'll be everything is going to basically be from 10 until 5 that day, all throughout the city. But Fit Fan has their vendor fair. They're a wonderful. I tell everybody, if you're a female and you're looking to get into shape, or you're looking to join somebody to help, you want to lose weight or anything, Fit Fam here in Connellsville, they're an amazing group of women. They support Connellsville. Everything they do is all community-based things. So I would always check them out. And if you're looking for someone to join, they're a wonderful, wonderful group of women. The library is going to, they're going to have all kinds of vendor fairs up in the auditorium for the Connellsville Community Center. So here's some of the activities that are going to be at these places. I know. I'll be real quick. Like I said, I have to. There's no way I was going to remember all.
Episode 2 to
Yes, yes. I'm going to talk fast. I always do. At the community center on the first, actually the first, second, and third, they're going to have a Christmas show at the Porter Theater.
Okay.
I think it's Songs of the Season, Christmas Through the Years. I'm sorry, Christmas Through the Years. It's actually a $10 admission. That starts at 2:30. On Sunday, 7:30, and on Saturday night, and on Friday night it's going to be 7:30. Okay. But they're going to have the Hobo Railroad's going to be open. They're going to have all kinds of activities on the first, which is a Friday night. They're going to have Santa Claus is going to come up there, arrive on the fire truck. They're going to do Christmas caroling around the courtyard. The community center is going to be full of Christmas spirit the whole weekend long up there. On second, they're going to have the craft vendor show at the community center. At the Project Talent this year, they started a escape room. It's like a really fun, popular thing for people to do. You go and try to figure out all the clues, and you have 60 minutes to get out of this room, or you fell. It's not easy, but it's fun. You get out. You can take a picture that says I beat the escape room. But they actually had one for Halloween this year. They're going to do one for Christmas. It's going to be in the theme of the likely theme of Nightmare Before Christmas theme, and that's actually at their studio on North Pittsburgh Street. It's $25 a person, and you can contact the Appalachian Creativity Center 724-208-1746 to buy tickets. Another cool thing we do for the Connellsville Christmas is a church tour. We have wonderful, beautiful, old historic churches here. If you've ever been, that is one reason to come in for that day, is to come do the church tours. And on them this year, the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, which just went through an amazing renovations for the inside of the church. You'll never believe how beautiful it looks in there now. Father Bob really has a knack for things, and the detail and everything that they did, the color and the altars now are all different. It's definitely worth going for that tour. The Presbyterian Church, they're going to have a worldwide nativity display at their church, and actually December 1st and 2nd they're going to have it. It's from 6 to 8. The nativity viewing will be from 6 to 7, and then on Saturday, of course, will be open from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Trinity Evangelical Lutheran Church, which is right next to the Carnegie Library, is going to have their church tour. Beautiful old church. I'm telling you, these it's amazing the history we have here, and that's another church I would definitely take a minute to go see because it's beautiful in there. St. John's, the Lutheran Church on South Street, they're going to have an open house. They're actually going to have baked goods, and they're going to have a free community lunch on the December 2nd, free children's crafts. They're going to do a story with Pastor Clark, bake sale, and they're going to do the church and stained glass window tour too. So they're going to have a lot of activities at St. John's, which they're on South Street. And I will tell you, all this information I'm giving you, when you come into town, they have pamphlets you can pick up, and you can have all the information on there. It'll tell you exactly where to go. Another
Everybody just put their pencil down now because
Yes, you come in, you could go on Facebook, Downtown Connellsville has all this on their Facebook page. It'll be all over Facebook. I'll be sharing all these events on my mayor's page so everybody can have that, because I want everybody and their brother to come to Connellsville that weekend, because it really is a great weekend for the city to really shine. And another really fun thing during the Connellsville Christmas is we have cookie sales, and they'll have non-profit groups will set up in businesses throughout whole Connellsville. We're going to have cookies at the Gibson House. The Connellsville Community Center are going to have a cookie tour. The St. John's Lutheran Church, the Connellsville Carnegie Library, the Demuth Florist, which I can't wait to see how they decorate their windows for Christmas. They are like our New York City department store windows that they decorate, and they do it all year long. Demuth is I love what they do. And it's worth just going down and staring at the window and see what they did this year. I can't wait to see what they do. I mean, they have movable parts, and they really take it serious while they decorate their windows, and I really appreciate their enthusiasm. Eula's Formula Wear on North Pittsburgh Street is going to be on that. TA House and Treasures downtown, Pat's Bridal, Connellsville Canteen, Appalachian Creativity Center, Atkins Music, King's Physical Therapy, the West Side Jewelry, Greenhouse Winery, Little Lynn's, and Cobblestone Hotel, where we're sitting right now in this gorgeous lobby of this 54-room hotel. And Central Fellowship Church and Trinity Evangelical Church, too, will be a part of that. So come hungry. That's one thing. You can go buy a dozen of cookies. You could take them home. I know a lot of people come into town, and they buy their cookies, and then they make their cookie trays to give out to their family, and then they can say, look how awesome of a cook I am. Look at these amazing cookies I made.
what a great baker I am.
Yeah, what a great baker I am. Merry Christmas. Here's your wonderful cookie tray. I think it's a great idea. You're making yourself look good, and you're help raising money for these local nonprofits. You know what I mean? That's the most important part, is to help raise some money. The Gibson House will actually have an open house that day too. It's the oldest structure we have here in Connellsville. The Connellsville Historical Society is in there, and that's going to be from 10 until 5. There's actually going to be a violinist. Dan Kelly's going to be playing music, just to have a little bit of background music when you do the tour. That whole day is going to be an absolutely amazing day for the city. And I will say that you can park in town. There are 9 different shuttles stops. Okay. So you could park down here at the hotel, get on a shuttle, and it'll take you over all the stops along the tour here in town, which is really nice. Nelson Bus Lines does that for us. We greatly appreciate their support of that, because they are the sponsor of that. So they don't, they are covering the cost of this tour. It's every 30 minutes. They'll start at the canteen, and they'll take you to all these different places in the city to do that tour. So it's just a nice little thing, because we don't have a lot of parking, so you can park in one spot and don't have to get your car the rest of the day. Because we want people to come in and not leave.
Right.
We want you to
stay for the whole day.
We want you to go to everything. You know what I mean? Go visit all the different businesses, see all the wonderful businesses we have. Go to our library, because the Carnegie Library is a really great, gorgeous, historical building we have that's been redone and really beautiful in there for the holidays. They have the best coffee in Connellsville. The cafe is it's better than Starbucks. And I guarantee if you drink Starbucks, come try them out and then tell me if you think it's better than Starbucks, because it really is. And it's cheaper, too. So that is basically our weekend. We end that night with a concert at Wesley Church. This year, they're actually going to, it's in a tribute to John Shaw. We have bluegrass pickers coming from all over the area to play this concert that night. It's going to be amazing. And like I said, the whole church is going to be full. They seat about 400. So don't miss out on coming to see this. It's from 6 until 8 p.m. The Fayette County Cultural Trust is the sponsor of the event. They do it every year. One thing is it's the best part is the music. The second best part is Michael's Edwards, his desserts that he makes. They have a little reception in their little social hall at Wesley Church, and he makes, if you like biscotti, Michael makes the best biscotti you'll ever taste, and they sell it a lot at different places. He'll probably have it for sale during the Connellsville Christmas. It's worth a couple bucks, whatever they charge us for it, because good cup of coffee at the cafe, and that biscotti is a perfect mix. But yes, it's going to be a tribute to John Shaw. He actually was a South Connellsville violin maker, and which is neat.
Yeah.
So they're going to have all kinds of local bluegrass players, and they're going to actually have singers too. I know Chelsea right now is going to have her students are going to be performing at this event also. But it's just a really great way to end the whole night for the Connellsville Christmas is to go to Wesley Church, listen to this awesome music, and then go home. Yeah. You know, and go crash on the couch, because that's what I'll be doing. I'll be going from 10 until 8. I'll be ready to from my couch by 8:30. My feet will be ready too, because we'll be walking all over the place. But that's basically the Connellsville Christmas. There's a lot to do. There's something for everyone. Most of it's free. That's great. So much stuff for kids to do, because we want people to bring their kids, have a good time, hang out with Santa Claus, take your pictures, go around and do all the crafts and all the churches and eat all the cookies. So and I want to thank downtown Connellsville in the Connellsville Chamber of Commerce and for working so hard. I mean, they start in January planning for December of that year. You know, I mean, so it takes a lot of planning. So we want to make sure that we support it as much as we can, and come out and have fun and just enjoy the city, because the city is we're growing, and we're getting better every year, and each year they're going to add stuff to the event. I mean, just sitting here in this hotel talking about this event is an amazing thing. You know, we didn't have this hotel. It wasn't open last year. It just opened this year. So I'm just so excited for the future for Connellsville, because this hotel has just changed so much for us. So just a couple other things I just want to throw out there for events that are going to come up after Christmas. One of the things that you and I hopefully maybe you'll do it again this year, is the Polar Bear Plunge. Oh, okay. Will be on January 1st. The Polar Bear Club, I don't know if this is my 10th time doing it. I don't know. I have done it so much. It's just I love it. I
did it one year.
It's the best way to cleanse the year before off. Just get in that cold river, cleanse it off, come out, and start 2018 with a bang, because that really is. The Polar Bear Plunge has turned into be amazing. We're like the second largest polar bear club in this part of Pennsylvania, next to Pittsburgh. And the Polar Bear Club, the guys that put this on, it's a really fast event. We get a couple thousand people come down. People jump, people watch. People wear costumes. I was Donald Trump last year. I did my Donald Trump impersonation with my wig, and I had Secret Service with me, so that was fun. We're kind of figure out what we're going to do this year. But the cool thing is that they ask everybody to bring canned goods for the Community Ministries Food Pantry, which is awesome. The Connellsville teachers in the school district here, they hand out hot chocolate to the people. So it's a really community-based event, and that I invite everyone to come down. It's worth jumping in one time. Just cross off your bucket list. I know people are like, that's on my bucket list. I'm going to tell you right now, you will enjoy it. It is. It's cold.
I had fun. We had a good time.
It's cold for 30 seconds. When you get out, you can put a towel around you. Your body heats up. They have warming tents. They have a bonfire down there. You know, you can hang out around. But most people, they jump in, they get out, and they go home. Right. You know, we go home and we have a hot tub, so we go home and really get warm.
And everybody's invited to Marilyn.
Well, we'd have to take shifts, because I can put about 6 people at a time and everything. And the only other thing I wanted to throw out there now is that on January 13th, a really big event for the new year is Connellsville's Got Talent event at the Connellsville Community Center at the Porter Theater. It's on January 13th. Okay. Go to Porter Theater Facebook page. They're going to start advertising it, showing you how to sign up. Submit your audition tape to get on the list of performers. But I got to judge it last year. It's amazing. We have amazing talent in Connellsville, and I always look forward to it. It's a long day. But it's a fun time for kids to come out and adults to really show their talents in Connellsville.
Okay. Perfect. What's happening in the spring? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hopefully, well, believe me, I can't wait to do. We'll start working on the show, our show together for summer. I look forward to that. I love doing these shows with you. Especially since we share a birthday.
Yes, you know what? And we forgot. Last year, you said that you were going to have October 18th be a Connellsville City holiday. Did that happen this year?
It didn't. Unofficially, unofficially, I can always make that an official day, of Marilyn Gregg Day. Yes. Because I would not want to share my birthday with anybody more than you. I love it. I think that's.
And he's only a couple years older than me. So.
Yes, we're the same age, and I love doing the show with you. I really do. I think. Thank
you.
Even though we're like burning up here with this fireplace, I feel like it's like
hat is-
150 degrees with this fireplace, which I'm going to tell you. So if you come to Cobblestone Hotel, you know that, and you're going to sit here in the lobby and be warm. They definitely got the heat kicking on that fireplace.
Well, thank you, Greg. This was fun. Folks, I hope you got tons and tons of information of everything that's going on. Just like Greg said, you'll be able to get a pamphlet here for Connellsville's Christmas.
Yes, it'll be all over the city. You can print them off online. The downtown Connellsville has them on their. They should probably have it this week. Have it on their Facebook page. You can actually print that stuff out. They'll be available to all the stops in town because we want people to know where to go, and we want you to hit every place because every place is different. They'll have different vendors. Different types of snacks or food they're going to have for sale, but the cool thing is having Santa Claus in our Lion Square this year in the middle of town and bring everybody there with the parade being there. Which I'm going to be in the parade this year where we're going to do a funny costume thing. I'm going to invite the community to join me to be a part of it. So hopefully I'm going to announce that here soon. But it's going to be something funny.
So check your Facebook pages for all of the communities that we visited. I know that some of the borough sites also will have some information, and we have lots coming up for Christmas. And are you ready to finish the show with me?
Yes.
Do you remember? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep smiling, keep dreaming, and keep watching.
All right, good.
Hey, I'm an expert at this now.